I grew up in Nicetown, not too far from here. In Nicetown, there was a saying at one time that there's nothing nice in Nicetown.
You have a whole bunch of people offering you drugs, guns, and just a way to go back to jail or die in them streets.
Growing up around here on the other side of the bridge, we didn't see a lot of people doing the right things, let's just say that.
We hadn't really seen many other people in our family or even in our community that we knew of that were college graduates. When I was in elementary school, my mother told my brother and I that we were going to college. I did very well in high school. I actually got a scholarship for a local university. 4 years into the 5-year program, I had gathered experience through my co-op, and I was offered a great job. When I started working, time just did not allow for me to complete the degree. I'm grateful that I found out about WGU, where I could take classes that fit my schedule. Is not only did I walk away with a degree, but I also walked away with a lot of certifications.
Shane runs our information technology division, which is a really complex and challenging set of activities.
I am Vice President of Information Technology at a company that drives growth to every corner of Philadelphia. It's rewarding every day to know that I'm making a difference.
I heard in a poem, if you hang around wolves, you'll learn how to howl. If you hang around eagles, you'll learn how to soar. Shane is an eagle.
Even at a young age, he was always trying to figure out how he can help others.
He is truly an inspiration to everybody at PIDC, and I think now through this mural, he's going to have the opportunity to be an inspiration to everybody in this whole community.
It's my hope that people will take a look at this, learn about Shane's story by reading the plaque, and be inspired.
It feels so good to see him up there, and then to think about the road he has traveled. I'm just so proud, very proud.
He turned out pretty good.
You cannot drive around Philly without seeing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of murals. And they tell a story, and it's a neighborhood story.
They're important because they tell the story of Philadelphia. They tell the story of the community. And what he shows is to people that they too can do it.
A future generation will see that someone just like them can make it. Someone just like them has a story to tell. And maybe it'll spark something in them to say, that's his story, so now I'm going to write mine.
My name is Troy Jenkins. I'm the Vice President of Client Services for MGM Resorts International. I've been in advertising for about 27 years. I actually launched egghead.com. It was the first web transaction site ever. Also launched Palm Pilot into the US marketplace, Fujitsu notebooks. I had a tremendous amount of experience, but I also saw where the industry was going. I knew that to make sure that I wasn't going to be losing out with Western Governors University. They were a client of mine. I knew, having met the faculty and the staff and the president of WGU, that that was the educational institution that I really thought I could get my MBA and do it well. When I was going through the interview process at MGM, they told me right up front that my MBA was a big factor in terms of getting the job. My mandate at MGM is to support our 27 global properties and further illustrate why we're the best resort organization globally. We do everything from the cocktail napkins all the way to the billboards you see down the strip. It's about creating that experience of a lifetime for our guests who come here. I earned my MBA from WGU, and now I have a dream job working at MGM.
Once you've experienced the benefits of WGU's affordable, personalized approach to getting your degree online, it's natural to want to tell everyone you meet. Now, there's an easier way to let friends and family know about WGU. Refer a Friend is a platform that makes it easy to tell friends and family about the benefits of WGU and earn rewards. Sign up just once to get a personalized link that you can share with as many people as you want on blogs, emails, forums, and your favorite social media platforms. You can track how many people have checked out WGU from your link and earn cool WGU gear in the process. More referrals, more rewards, more convenient. Sign up today to refer a friend and help us change people's lives through education.
Del Mar. Cafe Del Mar.
From the Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Western Governors University's commencement ceremony for the master's graduates. This is a live broadcast and will be available for live replay on YouTube and WGU's website.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 82nd commencement for Western Governors University. I am Rick Benbow, Regional Vice President at WGU. Welcome to Las Vegas. Graduates, families, and friends, thank you for joining us as we celebrate this special occasion. Our ceremony is being recorded and streamed live over the internet. A special welcome to all of our online viewers joining us across the country and around the world. Florida native Brittany Taylor will sing our national anthem. Brittany is a flight attendant manager instructor with American Airlines. She holds a Bachelor's of Arts in Criminal Justice from the University of South Alabama and earned her Master's of Business Administration degree from WGU. When she's not in the sky, you will find her leading worship at church or spending time with her dog, Tucker. If you are able, please stand for the processional and remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Everyone, please take your seats. We'd like to thank Brittany Taylor for performing our national anthem. Good afternoon and welcome, everyone. It is my honor to convene the 82nd Western Governors University Commencement. Today, we mark our return to in-person commencements. The first one in nearly 2 years, and we are excited to be here with all of you today. Please know that the safety of our graduates, our guests, our faculty, staff, and all attending or supporting this event is of utmost importance. So we thank each of you and all of you for taking the precautions necessary to allow this event to occur and for us to do it safely. On behalf of the entire university and our Board of Trustees, we welcome our honored graduates and congratulate you on completing one of life's great achievements. Please give yourselves a round of applause. WGU graduates, this is a day I hope you will remain with you forever. Each of you have accomplished something truly extraordinary. Your graduation is a milestone reached and a dream achieved. It's the culmination of numerous challenges faced and obstacles overcome. Since our founding nearly 25 years ago, WGU has served night owls, those who are working hard and studying late, and earning their degrees while they uphold commitments to their families and to their jobs. And for you, there's been an added layer of complexity. You did it in the midst of a pandemic. A period in which you were compelled to adapt and grow in ways not previously imagined. So today's milestone represents an unprecedented level of dedication, persistence, creativity, and resilience, and for that we congratulate you and celebrate you. At this moment in history, the world needs individuals exactly like you, those unafraid of new challenges, those with the tenacity to surmount the insurmountable, the foresight to anticipate the unforeseeable, the flexibility to adapt to new normals, and the commitment to persist no matter what. We need those who have shown us that there's only one way to go, and that is forward. The education you've received here at WGU has prepared you well for such a task. You're now equipped to move yourselves, your families, your employers, and your communities forward. And we know you'll be successful. You join only 13% of adults in the US who hold master's degrees.
Many of you here with us today are graduating with a family member. We offer a special congratulations to those who are sharing this accomplishment with a loved one. WGU is grateful to be recognized year after year as a military-friendly university. We are proud to honor the military members who are graduating, and we thank you for your service to our country. You may have noticed that our military graduates are proudly wearing red, white, and blue cords today to symbolize their service to our country. We thank these brave individuals. Will you please stand to be recognized? Also joining us are many of our WGU faculty and staff. Please put your hands together to show your appreciation for the time and dedication they put into their work. There they are over there. Thank you so much for your dedication. Since our first graduate in 2000, WGU has awarded more than 250,000 degrees, including 49,000 in 2021 alone. So I'd like to share some facts about today's graduating class. 45% of you are the first in your family to earn a college degree. We extend a special congratulations to you. It's important to note that, in fact, those who actually have a parent who has completed college, they are 10 times more likely to also attend and attain a college degree. So you are making a change not only for yourself, but also for your families. So congratulations again to each of you. Your average age is 39 years old, the youngest is 19, and the oldest is 70. "73% of you are women. The average time to earn a master's degree was 2 years and 2 months. 46 states are represented here today. The state with the most graduates, with 226 attendees, is California. And our graduate who traveled the farthest to join us, almost 3,000 miles, is from Maine. You worked diligently to reach an educational milestone that would change the course of your own history and influence future generations. Thank you for allowing all of us at WGU to play a part in the fulfillment of your dream. It has truly been our privilege. And now we have the honor of hearing from 2 of your fellow graduates. I'm delighted to introduce Quatia Smith, Master of Science, Management and Leadership from Georgia. And then we'll hear from Kathleen Fowers, Master of Arts in Teaching, English Education from Utah. Please join me in welcoming Quatias to the stage.
Hello, my fellow graduates. My name is Quatia Smith, and I'm a proud WGU graduate. It is my honor to share this remarkable accomplishment with you all today. We all have different timelines on how long it took us to get here. But whether that be 2 years, 1 year, 7 months or less, there's one thing we all have in common. We made it! But on a serious note, why? Why stay up all those late nights studying for objective assessments and writing papers, that consisted of pages beyond pages? Why put ourselves through the tears, crying when we got those dreadful revisions, or that frustrating email that we didn't quite pass the assessment. Now, I'm sure all of our whys will be different, but if you don't mind, I'd like to take a brief moment to share mine. As a little girl, I wanted to be a teacher, but by the time I was 10, I wanted to be a veterinarian. And then, by the time I was 15, I wanted to be a judge. And then, by the time I got to 11th grade, I knew I was going to join the Navy or Air Force and fly fighter jets Top Gun style. Truth be told, I had no idea what I wanted to be. But I knew one thing: I wanted to be somebody. More than 10 years ago, I enrolled in college as an independent student, and my first year was amazing. But you know, in the adult world, this thing called life tends to happen. And in 2009, I was barely holding on, but I pushed through and I finished the semester. The next year, I became a mother. Before I knew it, 8 years had passed. And I still didn't know what I wanted to be. At this time, I re-enrolled in college and I graduated with my bachelor's degree in human services. I finally felt like I was becoming somebody, but I wasn't there just yet. I sat down one day and I came up with the bright, dumb idea that I was going to enroll in graduate school. Now, I call it a bright, dumb idea because that's what I was told when I shared the news that I was going back to school. This person said to me, and I quote, "You're insane. That is the brightest, dumb idea I've ever heard. You barely got through your undergraduate, and now you're a wife, a mother of 3, full-time employee, volunteer, you battle chronic pain every day, and we're in the middle of a pandemic." But what this person didn't realize was, yes, I barely made it. But that was it. I made it. Thank you. And if I could do it then, I could definitely do it now. So in February of this year, I began my graduate school journey at WGU. Not only did I finish, I accelerated through the program in 7 months. Yes, I was tired and stressed, and I wanted to quit at times. Yes, I felt defeated at times, but I made it. So I stand before you today, a WGU graduate. Putting my degree to work, I've hosted webinars, spoken at conferences, implemented programs to promote diversity and inclusion, effectively led change management, and launched a business, all while life continued to happen around me. So, no matter your why, or if anyone may have doubted you during your journey, despite the tears of frustrations, the revisions, and the learning curves, you made it too. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to reintroduce myself. I am Quatia Smith, and I am somebody. Thank you, and congratulations to you all.
As far back as I can remember, I have been writing stories. My grandma was my hero, and she was a teacher for more than 20 years. She had a studio in her basement where, as a small child, I would disappear for hours to write and illustrate my stories. She had a chalkboard, and I would play school, teaching my class, which consisted of stuffed animals, how to write their own stories. I knew then and there that teaching was in my blood, and it was what I was meant to do. We are the author of our own stories, And I use the word stories, plural, because we are not just one thing, but a combination of many different stories that make us who we are. And we do write our own stories. As a child, I had a dream of how my life story would go. My dreams were big to me, but they might seem average to others. I did not want to be an astronaut or the President of the United States or live in an exotic place with an exciting job. But I did dream big about being a student, a teacher, a mom, and a creator of art and stories. So I started to write my own at a young age. As life sometimes has a habit of doing, turning our dreams into a reality can be more difficult and daunting than expected. The story I wanted to write about being a mother was abruptly changed when my oldest son was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at age 5. This came at a time when I was thinking about going back to school to be a teacher. My dream took a back seat as I navigated the challenge of how to be a nurse to my son. I had to learn all sorts of things about the medical field that I had no intention of ever learning before. This is where WGU has set itself apart from any other institution of higher learning. It allows us to navigate the challenges of life that we currently have while pursuing an education and realizing dreams that we might have long ago forgotten or given up. With this in mind, I bravely took the first steps and enrolled at WGU to pick up my story where I left off. As I was working full-time, parenting full-time, and going to school full-time, I began to fully appreciate all that WGU had to offer. Having a mentor one email or text message away to lean on when things got extra tricky, taking that objective assessment in the 1 hour you have between putting your kids to bed and sleeping like the dead yourself, knowing that you can attend class while waiting in the carpool pickup lane or on a Saturday when you have a little bit of extra breathing room. Being part of WGU is being part of a close-knit family because we're all in this together, and everyone at WGU is rooting for your success. They want you to succeed and change your life for the better. I'd like to return to the story of my grandma, who lived to be 95 years old and was the wittiest person I have ever known. I had 1 semester left of my coursework and had accepted a position as an intern at my local high school as an 11th grade English teacher. Suddenly and unexpectedly, we had a tragedy in the family, and it looked like I would need to sideline my degree and my dream once more. Distraught and upset, I called my mentor to tell her that I would have to postpone my education. She listened empathetically and then advised me to take a day or two to think about it. I went to visit my grandma so she could offer some advice. She had seen so many challenges in her life. She went to college in the 1950s when it was generally thought that perhaps that wasn't the best use of a woman's time. She lived through the Great Depression, World War II, 9/11, and knew how to use her iPhone like a boss. When I told her my plan to give up on my dream, she simply said, "Katie, teaching saved my life, and it might just save yours." And so with the encouragement of my mentor and the confidence from my grandmother, I decided to plow on, finishing what I started so long ago. That first day of school, my expectations were high, and I was so excited to make a difference in shaping the minds of our youth. They would love me so much, and I would love them, and it was going to be the best year ever. What could possibly go wrong teaching 16-year-olds about literature and writing? Teachers? I never thought I'd be quoting Mike Tyson in a commencement speech, but what he said perfectly summed up that first day. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. And those 16-year-olds figuratively punched me in the mouth. That first day of school, I cried all the way through lunch, and then I came home and cried all the way till bedtime. This is not an exaggeration. But the next day, I woke up at 6 a.m. and was back in my classroom, ready to keep fighting, figuratively speaking. And most of us here can relate. All you nurses stay up late, taking care of people like my son, who has type 1 diabetes, and then return home to your family or your studies. All the IT professionals who work tirelessly on the back end to make sure that things run smoothly. Business majors whose ideas and contributions are slowly changing the very way we live our lives. We are masters of our craft, but I think I can speak for all of us when I say it didn't come easy. But knowing that we had the tenacity to stick to a dream to the end has its own intrinsic payoff. We are writing the story for ourselves, and I wonder how yours will end. My dream didn't come about in the way that I thought it would, and I'm still writing my story. But isn't that how life is? It's a series of unexpected, sometimes joyful, sometimes heartbreaking surprises that allow us the opportunity to dig deep and really see what we're made of. But thanks to WGU, I am standing here today, proud to have accomplished a dream that I set as a child. It was the same dream I had so long ago, it just looks different, and getting here was not how I had planned. But what is important is that we are here. So to all of our family, our friends, our mentors, our students and colleagues that have helped and encouraged us along the way, we say thank you. And to all of us graduates, here to celebrate this milestone, I say you persevered and achieved something remarkable. Congratulations. Maya Angelou, an American poet and civil rights activist, said, "There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside of you." I'm proud to have written this story of my life with the help of WGU. To all of my fellow graduates, I say, continue to write your own stories, whatever they mean to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Quatius and Kathleen, for sharing your stories. I certainly think there are some hashtags out there to be had. You know, bright, dumb idea sounds like a good one. I love that. Thank you for all of you and your bright, dumb ideas. Congratulations to all of you, as well as something like, how about bookmark the page? Like this idea that just the fact that, Kathleen, you were able to bookmark that page in your life and come back to it and remind you of the goals and aspirations that each of you had. So thank you for reminding us to never lose touch of your why. And not only did you accomplish your goal, Quatius, of graduating, but you accelerated through your program. I was going to say it's like 7 months. I was like, what took you so long? So, you know, apparently there weren't enough obstacles, right? So for that, we're very proud of you. And Kathleen, thank you for reminding us that we're all authors of our own stories. I'm so glad that despite the many challenges that you faced, that you picked up right where you left that bookmark. And I hope you both continue telling your stories, not only now, but also for the years to come. So congratulations to both of you for your success. Now I'm pleased to introduce our commencement speaker, John Quinones. Known for connecting with audiences and leaving them uplifted and inspired, John delivers a powerful message of believing in oneself, never giving up, and always, always doing the right thing. As host and creator of What Would You Do?, the highly rated and hidden camera ethical dilemma news magazine, John has literally become the face of doing the right thing. It's a role that he has enthusiastically embraced off camera, with a popular book and keynote presentations that challenge both business and general audiences to examine the what would you do moments we face every day. His moving presentations focus on his odds-defying journey, celebrate the life-changing power of education, champion the Latino American dream, and provide thought-provoking insights into human nature and ethical behavior. This work and his many achievements were recently recognized with honorary doctorate degrees from Davis and Elkins College in West Virginia and Utah Valley University. Please join me in welcoming John Quinones.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Scott Pulsifer. And thank you for pronouncing Quinones so well. You know, that's not an easy name to pronounce. Quinones. I've been called everything from Quinones to Quinones. So thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here. Good morning, everyone. I guess I don't have to ask this crowd, what would you do? You've already shown us. You've already done it. So congratulations. Really, it's amazing. I know I speak for your families and each and every one of your mentors when I say that we're all so darn proud of each and every one of you for your hard work and these well-earned master's degrees. What an awesome accomplishment. You are indeed living proof of the WGU motto and mission that lives can be changed for the better by creating pathways to opportunity. I have to say that this has got to be the most special, most deserving class of graduates that I've ever had the honor and pleasure to congratulate, and I've spoken to many. Because through your hard work and determination, we call it ganas in Spanish, ganas, you truly have proven that ambition never rests. So many of you have done it with full-time jobs and literally working through the night, often long after the kids have been put to bed and while the rest of the world, the rest of us are sleeping. You know, I am a child of the civil rights movement. I grew up in the 60s and 70s, and I love to quote the Reverend Martin Luther King, who once said that in times of adversity, you got to have faith, and faith is taking that first step. It doesn't matter if you can't see the entire staircase, just take that first step, because tomorrow there'll be another step, and another, the next day another step. That's exactly what you all have done, step by step. No one has worked harder at earning these precious degrees than you night owls. And we know it's not easy. You know, I was the first one in my family to graduate from college. But the fact is, the greater the difficulty, the greater the glory is in rising above it all. I'm here to humbly offer you a few words of advice. After all, based on some of my own struggles, my own life, having grown up on the poor side of the tracks in the barrios of San Antonio, Texas, all the obstacles that I had to leap over to make my own dreams come true. I was the kid who was never expected to amount to much because my father was a janitor and because my mother cleaned houses on the rich part of town, because we were also migrant farm workers, because I spoke English with a funny Mexican accent. I'm the child of migrant farm workers who at the age of 13, along with my sisters, two sisters, Irma, Rosa Maria, and my parents, journeyed 1,700 miles with strangers from San Antonio, Texas, to Michigan, Northport, Michigan, and Ohio to pick cherries and tomatoes. And I'll never forget being on my knees on the cold, hard ground at 6 in the morning, looking at rows and rows of tomato plants that for a young 13-year-old boy's eyes seemed to go on for miles and miles. That's what I had to look forward to that day. And my father Bruno, looking down and saying, Juanito, do you want to do this kind of work for the rest of your life, or do you want to get a college education someday? It was a no-brainer. I knew I didn't want to do that kind of back-breaking work for the rest of my life, but no one believed in me. When I came back to public school in San Antonio in the 9th grade, and I would ask, after harvesting vegetables and fruits, I would ask my teachers and my counselors, how do I take the ACTs? How do I take the SATs? How do I enroll in advanced placement classes in math, biology, English? Do you know what my own teachers would tell me? My own counselors, these people who are supposed to guide and encourage me, instead responded to me by saying, John, it's great that you have this dream of someday being a television reporter. Because I wanted to be a reporter since I was 13 years old. I used to watch Geraldo Rivera on 2020. I wanted to be just like Geraldo. But my own teachers would say, it's okay that you have this dream, but we think you should try wood shop or metal shop or auto mechanics. Not that there's anything wrong with those great jobs. A lot of people make a good, hard living doing that kind of work. But I wanted to be the first one in my family to go to college. And instead, I was told repeatedly that I wasn't college material. My own teachers, my own counselors did what people do on that show, What Would You Do? Have you seen that show, What Would You Do? They judged me by the color of my skin and the accent in my voice and the fact that no one in my family had ever gone to college. But thank God for my mother, Maria. Maria, she was the one who kept pushing and inspiring and motivating. She was the one who would say to me, Mijo, my son, Mijo, don't be embarrassed about having to wear the same clothes to school every other day. We wash those clothes, right? They're clean. She would say, Mijo, don't be embarrassed about having to take bean and tortilla tacos for lunch when all the other kids are taking their fancy bologna and white bread. She would say, that doesn't matter. What truly matters is what's in here, in your cabeza, in your brain, and what's in here, in your heart, in your corazón. She was the one who kept me going and shooting for the stars. You know, the great African-American poet Maya Angelou, I love Maya too, she once said in a beautiful poem that we all marvel at the beauty of a butterfly. We look at the butterfly and we look at its awesome wingspan and the gorgeous colors, but seldom do we consider all the changes that that butterfly has to go through to attain that beauty. And I'm no butterfly, but man, I went through some changes, and I did it by simply ignoring the naysayers. Everyone who said I'd never make it. I just kept knocking on doors until finally a few of them cracked open, just like you guys. I just never took no for an answer. And now here I am today, living proof that dreams really do come true. I've been a television reporter for most of my life. Thank you. And I love reporting. Starting with the very first story that I did when I was a local reporter in Chicago, a story on undocumented workers down along the US-Mexico border. I actually went undercover pretending to be a Mexican immigrant. And I hired a smuggler, a coyote, who put me on an inner tube, and we swam across the Rio Grande to Texas. That story won my first Emmy Award. There have been 7, but that was the very first one. And it brought me to the attention of my dream job, ABC News, network news, where I've spent the last several decades covering all of Latin America, from the Amazon jungles of Brazil and Venezuela to Nicaragua, El Salvador, Panama, Cuba, covering a multitude of civil wars. I was always trying to shine the light of journalism on stories that too often no one else is covering. Stories in places where, as a Latino journalist, you talk about the importance of inclusion and diversity. As a Latino journalist, I might be able to bring a deeper understanding to those stories because of where I come from. And then more recently, of course, I created this show called What Would You Do?, which is all about ethics and morals, fighting injustice, doing the right thing. The show that teaches us all valuable lessons that I implore that all of you graduates practice as you embark on your new professions. Do everything you can with a good heart and a sense of compassion. Always remember that who helped you get here. Don't forget where you come from. Have pride in your community, your culture, your family. When you ride that elevator of success all the way up to the penthouse level, don't forget to send that elevator back down for those who are still waiting for a lift up. I want you to go back to your communities, encourage young folks who are still struggling to find their dreams and make them come true, just like you did. There will be many, many what would you do kind of episodes in your careers. You will face those dilemmas, and I know I have, and you will be pulled. You'll be pulled in many different directions, as we all do. But always choose the more righteous, the more benevolent path. As global citizens, we have to do a much better job of taking care of those among us with the least. Make a commitment to yourselves, a daily reminder to never lose sight of how important it is to make someone feel better. Ask yourselves, what do I want my legacy to be? 20, 30, 40 years from now, do you want to look back on your work and your careers and simply say, I made a lot of money, I got a big house, we got a nice car, fancy car? Of course, that's all well and good, but also make sure that you are able to say, I made a difference in the world. I helped people one-on-one. I gave back to my community. I lent a helping hand. I spoke up when I witnessed injustice, and I gave a voice to the voiceless. And don't just do that because you want to look good. The true test of a person's character is not what we do when everyone's watching. That's easy, as we found out on What Would You Do? The true test of a person's character is what we do even when no one is watching. You know, John Quincy Adams, the former American president, once said that to become a leader, you have to inspire others to dream more, to learn more, to do more, and to become more. You're all leaders now. You've become so much more than you were when this journey of yours started. So go out there now with pride and conviction and lead and inspire the rest of the world. Once again, congratulations to all of you graduates, and may you have a great Thanksgiving and a blessed Christmas to all of you. Again, congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. It's been a pleasure being here. Thank you all.
Thank you, John, for sharing your story about the power of education. You have much in common with our graduates here today, and I applaud you for breaking down barriers to achieve your dreams. You are truly an inspiration to each and every one of us, and we appreciate you sharing your heartfelt message. Let's give another round of applause for John Quinones. I think you gave us another hashtag too. If I'm not correct, that was Ganas, right? Yes. Ganas, so we can remember that too. It's like all of you have it. So we'll now hear from Dr. Lucas Kavli, who will confer degrees. Lucas?
Thank you, Scott. We'll now recognize each of our master's degree graduates who will wear a hood bearing the color of their discipline. So, would the graduates, the candidates for master's degrees and educator endorsements, please rise? That's all of you. All right. Now, it's upon the favorable recommendation of our faculty and the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the member governors of Western Governors University that I hereby confer upon each of you the master's degree or the endorsement that you have earned. And that includes the Master of Arts, the Master of Arts in Teaching, the Master of Business Administration, the Master of Education, the Master of Science, or the educator endorsement with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Congratulations, and welcome to the community of innovative, of bold, and of credible professionals. Please be seated for just a moment. We're proud of each and every one of you. The following leaders from each of our colleges will now invite graduates to the stage for their moments in the spotlight. First and foremost, Mr. Casey Clark, the Business Programs Director for the College of Business. Secondly is Dr. Jan Jones-Schenk, the Executive Dean and Academic Vice President for the College of Health Professions. Thirdly will be Dr. Andy Ignor, the Associate Dean and Director of Academic Programs for the College of Information Technology. And fourthly will be Dr. Aaron Popham. He's the Academic Vice President and Dean for the Teachers College. Casey.
Thanks so much, College of Business. We're up first. On behalf of the faculty and the staff and the leadership of the College of Business, I want to wish you just congratulations. I'm so excited for you. So will you please stand, starting with the first row. Please come forward at the direction of the marshal to be recognized individually.
Clarice Goway.
Felicia Singleton.
Paige Pedro.
Patricia Adelina Armendariz Avila.
Samantha Fitzhugh.
Taliba Al-Rafiq.
Tamika Martin Gunter.
Ashley Jensen.
Brittany Jackson.
Scott Alunis.
Birdie Brown.
Blake Lannis.
Ashley Cantrell.
Aaron Jones.
Michelle Kavanaugh Brown.
Abdurazak Arasa.
Vladislav Shushkin.
Sherry Cantu.
Reinhard Alexis Garcia.
Mercedes Montanini.
Aaron Burden.
Rivka Strom.
Zachary Miller.
Michael Corey Burgess.
Brittany Taylor.
Ronaldo Jones.
Matthias Smith.
Thomas Gerlach.
Lyra Pucho.
Cameron Wilson.
Donna Brady.
Antoinette Downs.
Winter Owens.
Marciela Medina.
Charlotte Price.
Tiffany Carter.
Sanella Mukic.
Michael Solomon.
Kevin Cullers.
David Dew.
Thomas Frazier.
Joseph Leidick.
Jason DeMarco.
Lynn Lee Stout Jr.
Jennifer Reinbolds.
Patricia Anderson.
Beatty Mikiel.
Heather Allen.
Emily Moore.
Carlos Gonzalez.
Freddie Guzman.
Harder.
Philip Horace.
Catherine Ross.
Victoria Mensch.
Cassie Bradford.
Kimberly Patton.
Shoshana Onstead.
Jonathan Scott.
Noah DeGory.
Corey Backus.
Joey Vargas.
Jimmy Ellen Holt.
Cameron Connolly.
Ann Waters.
Joseph Elakaubi.
Kendra Armstead.
Scott Jurgensen.
Alofania Anciano.
Lydia Emanike.
Martha Zarate.
Zach Santos.
Haley Vetter.
Rachel Stolting.
Denise LeBron.
Allison Key.
Kamisha Coleman.
Leanne Vargas.
Stephanie Napolitano.
Jennifer Vasquez.
Angela Emerson.
Joshua Luthi.
Ibu Sahal.
Sharon Carroll.
Randy Netherland.
Larry Christopher Darley.
Kyle Black.
Karen Noemi Murga.
Christopher Marshall.
Michelle Johnson.
Dala Saeed.
Bill Cheek.
Justin Samuel.
Andrea Jennings.
Brittany Cash.
Jason Jenkins.
Katie Jones.
Emily Forsyth.
Sadaf Khalid.
Christopher Hodak.
Jonathan Hankis.
Michael DeVito.
Rosalina Garcia.
Lucy Melgar Hernandez.
Ahmad Saif.
Ashley Harper.
Jamiroquai Wynn.
Iman Isom.
Renee Thompson McShann.
Kia Sandy Espadilla.
Deborah I. Zarati Bocanegra.
Janae Andrus.
Elizabeth Martinez.
Stephen Lamoureux.
Danielle Rivers Smith.
Scott Cromwell.
Degora Anderson.
Stacy Smith.
Latoya Francois.
Mariah Tusher.
Brittany Pickett.
Marcos Gomez.
Bridget Ross.
Shelley Shield.
Christina Claver.
Christopher Kryzak.
Tammy Greenlee.
Danielle Andrade.
Tamara Bass.
Lisa Maria Feria.
Mitzi Bedola.
Melissa Rachels.
Venus Cruz.
Jennifer Burnett Peterson.
Innocent Ofuche.
Tammy Lee.
Brooklyn Wheeler.
David Barton.
Guido Araya.
Ayula Aragebgi.
Ashley Feith.
Brigitte Gabidayon.
Kristen Burr.
Letitia Mendez.
Darcy Jefferson.
Jenny Wire.
C. Siobhan Kelleher.
Casey Bates.
Rodalyn Robinson.
Melissa White.
Mormorzi Uwaifo.
Eugene Nerpiol.
Jenna Ole Ole.
Ashley Mendujano.
Amber Williams.
David Tyrell III.
Kimberly Horowitz.
Lisbeth Angel.
David Reyes.
Patricia Murphy.
Elizabeth Sipe.
Janisha Diaz.
Coy Dean.
Leslie Johnson.
Orain Ivy.
Veronica Marie Castro.
Maria Ortega.
Bowen Hu.
Martha Fernanda Prada.
Rachel Marquez Stevens.
Christina Montellano.
Gina Lee Goodman.
Stephen Faria.
Joanna Linder.
Yvonne Zuniga.
Austin Floyd.
Kelsey Workman.
Angel Sobrino Jr.
Morgan Hurley.
Kristen Neidlinger.
William Watson.
Joseph Griffin Jr.
Catherine Trong.
Kelly McGowan Devomick.
Fennel Conserve.
Jessica Buckingham.
Chalet Mills.
Trevor Severing.
Sikiru Hamzat.
Ashley Ayaya Bishop.
April Norton.
Stephanie Suprius.
Shijuade Afalaju.
Juan Carlos Tiapa Lobos.
Cheryl Wendy Howard.
Sarah Carpenter.
Jessica Reich.
Timothy Castelli.
Jordan Swan. Charlene Ingersoll. Nicholas Hopkins. Stephen Beasley. Congratulations to all of the graduates from WGU's College of Business.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the leadership and the faculty of the College of Health Professions, I want to express my deep admiration and respect for all the health professionals, especially this last 2 years. And no different is today. Today is a day where we honor and recognize you. Will the graduates from the College of Health Professions, starting with the first row, please come forward at the direction of the marshals to be recognized individually.
Edwin Andres.
Loretta McCracken.
Carrie Thomas.
Colleen Ricks.
Christina Alcantara.
Ana Jimenez.
Shade Balaji.
Claudia Cuero.
Latoya Hickman.
Rachel Adebola.
Falilat Bakare.
Marcy Ackley.
Rebecca Silball.
Nola Long.
Amanda Williamson.
Robin Scott.
Benedette Njoku.
Helena Baker.
Yannick Donaldson.
Jane Phillips.
Paula Strickland.
Charlene Claviera.
Laura King.
Bridget Crosson.
Kelly Lettistich.
Jeannie Carlson Pasqua.
Julie Thomas.
Jessica Shields.
Krista Vanenga.
Lucilena Gonzalez.
Dina Singh.
Heather Hiller.
April Lay.
Tuang Vidong.
Shenandoah Wells.
Janina Junio.
Jonalee Tolentino Tapinio.
Donna Cox.
Tiffany Cardona.
Carla Davis.
Brittany Olson.
Erica Magallanes.
Laura Zamaron.
Juliet Gampon.
Noel Aranza Mendez.
Sharifa Lipson.
Caitlin Fogarty.
Sarah Bongiorno.
Elizabeth Summers McCarthy.
Ellen Searles.
Amy Gomez.
Beverly Black.
Beverly Gardner Northern.
Fatima Abdurrahman.
Michael Wallingford.
Chantel Jackson.
Jacqueline Crittenden.
Dennis D'Amato.
Rebecca Gregida.
Teresa Reyes.
Jessica Ladrito.
Lachelle Sutton.
Rhonda Angeles.
Masood Altaf.
Mary Grace Ulog.
Samantha Kavanaugh.
Jasmine Williams.
Alyssa Wagner.
Wendy Elian.
Donna Lemieux.
Star Rios.
Brittany Johnson.
Jessica Michira.
Faith Salvador.
Naomi Luzor Edwards.
Maria Mebana.
Tanya Sperry.
Rosalina Mendoza.
Danielle Wolf.
Sally Long.
Melissa Candido Miller.
Elizabeth Santana Rios.
Carly Winters.
Shannon Cook.
Laurie Fernandez.
Rachel Ortega.
Courtney Dahlgren.
Lisa Shuffeld.
Catherine Muellerton.
Juana Veronica Aragon.
Christine Thomas.
Jennifer Martinez Salmon.
Susan Elaine Gonzalez.
Elizabeth Bailey.
Denise Lentini Lay.
Leslie Campbell.
Joanne Kelly Javier.
Tanaya Hackney.
Brooke Jensen.
Renetta Roberson.
Florida Kakacian.
Christina Harper.
Serena Lucero.
Melissa Bomarito.
Brenda Gallardo Soto.
Sarah Overbay.
Leanne Whitmer.
Trisha Watson.
Leslie Pixley.
Barbara Ray Carter Smith.
Joanne Wright.
Angela Scott.
Jamie Jones.
Arvette Benson.
Shantae Francis.
Didier Tadida.
Latasha Gray Ferguson.
Cherie Balandres.
Cicely Petrelli.
Rachel Miners.
Zephyrina Brackett.
Tony Thomas.
Christine Granado.
Amanda Loy.
Eileen Doe.
Leslie Cohen.
Kelsey Fairbanks.
Anitria King.
Amber Weber.
Karen Garcia.
Maria Jessica Joy Castelli.
Tamara Lopez.
Olivia Castilleja.
Dali Maravada.
Congratulations to all the graduates from WGU's College of Health
Information
Professions.
Technology graduates, where are you? Congratulations. So, on behalf of everyone in the College of IT, faculty and staff, I say congratulations on this milestone. So, starting with the first row and on the direction of the marshals, please rise up and let's come up on stage so you can be recognized. Okay.
Eric Angel.
Anil Kumar Landaluru.
Brian Jet Parcatella.
Rudolfo Velasquez.
Chad Cleaver.
Anoop George.
Andreas Anaya.
Donald Warden.
Tomorrow Rose.
Vincent Jones.
Elizabeth Amador.
Michael Trapp.
Don Wendell.
Amanda Mitchell.
Andres Robles.
Heather Hale.
Etienne Meh.
Eukiria Garcia. Gonda.
Narendra Pandya.
Konstantin Cherenchenko.
Rajesh Kondragula.
Brandon Mack.
Olawale Ajajuni.
Tyler Dennis.
Michael Gossett.
Adeshina Adebayo.
Lisa Williams.
Olienka Ayeni.
Lena Jayamohan.
Mark Kwame Apian Niti.
Vijay Kumar Kanan.
Roland Punde.
Selva Kumar Nagendran.
Olabode Osanudi.
Amanda Ingram.
Diego Avila.
Ching Wu.
Kwok Peter Lee.
Richard Wang.
Bhavnit Marvwa.
Nasser Faizi.
Pascal Mokum.
Dazan Worthy.
Ivan Giraldo.
Morris Harrington II.
Leandre Balachicha.
Joe Miller.
Cody Walker.
Julianne Wolslayer. Congratulations to all the graduates from WGU's College of IT.
All right, Teachers College. On behalf of the leadership, the faculty and staff, we want to express our extreme congratulations to you for your perseverance in this difficult time. We know that being in schools and serving the children there has been a challenge, and we are so proud of you to be here today. And will the graduates from the Teachers College, starting with the first row, please come forward at the direction of our marshals to be recognized individually for your great accomplishments.
Kathleen Brown Fowers.
Hannah Francesca Abanuman Perez.
Courtney Post.
Alma Palmer.
Jessica Dicklich.
Amber Green.
Rebecca Stillman.
Mandy Jensen.
April Isley.
Stephanie Rubidoux.
Katie Reynolds.
Julio Trinidad.
Lakinia Reyes.
Dakota Bullock.
Sylvia Krisak.
Alejandra Linares Sierra.
Malin Cannon.
Mary Long.
Guadalupe Payne.
William Wesley Miller.
Aaliyah O'Quinn.
Katie Center.
Heather Ader.
Marcus Major Body.
Daryl Shakespeare.
Lena Rosenthal.
Elena Meyer.
Kathleen Fazio.
Arlene Ringwood.
Priscilla Muramoto.
Jonathan Favors.
Patrice Erickson.
John Lawrence Pagano.
Aaron Montoya.
Landon Smith.
Lauren Hewlett.
Austin Rogers.
Michaela Hamlin.
Amber Juarez.
Bree Yoakum.
Michaela Herzog.
Courtney Thompson.
Abramal Medea.
Tiffany Jones.
Jessica Benson.
Joshua Campbell.
Christina Davies.
Denise Cope.
Kathy Lantrip.
Aleka Kim.
Mary Massengill.
Melchina Ramon Falau.
Glenora Howard.
Sonja Brown.
Gabriella Quarantello.
Rebecca Vickers.
Laura Baxter.
Stephanie Godfrey.
Melissa Audrey Coleman.
Nedra Wilson.
Jasmine Chi.
Alejandra Bryant Garcia Gamboa.
Richard Chunri.
Heather King.
Marlena Ramirez.
Lourdes Rosario Salcedo Altamirano.
Tia Baker.
Dawn Johnson.
Natasha Miller.
Mariah Ascueta.
Belinda Severn.
Irene Merida Calvo.
Emma Moss.
Bency Pierre.
Cody West.
Audrey Heinz.
Congratulations to all the graduates from WGU's Teachers College.
Let's give one more rousing round of applause for all of our graduates this morning. Graduates, please accept our sincere congratulations. As I stand before you in our first in-person commencement ceremony in nearly 2 years, I'm reminded that WGU's upcoming 25th anniversary, this is a milestone that is in large part because of graduates like you. You now join a thriving and fast-growing network of more than 250,000 WGU alumni worldwide. Welcome to this amazing community. We invite you to stay engaged by visiting wgu.edu/alumni. I'd like to take this moment to recognize and thank the graduates wearing blue and gold philanthropy cords. I thank you for your generosity and support of WGU's Fellow Night Owl Scholarship. Philanthropy cords are not only a physical symbol of a graduate's commitment to WGU, but they also support a legacy that will last for generations to come. Thanks to the incredible support of these alumni and thousands of alumni before them, more than $140,000 has been raised for the Fellow Night Owl Scholarship Program. This program has helped more than 100 students cross the finish line to graduation. Thank you again for your support in helping your fellow night owls succeed. The degree you have earned at WGU will create new pathways to opportunity. But it is important to remember that commencement is not the end. It truly represents a new beginning. Whatever you choose to do, do it well, and great things will follow. I implore you to be bold. Learning is a lifelong journey. I urge you, as you continue your journey, to reach out to others in the pursuit of their dreams. Identify meaningful ways to contribute to your communities, and help us find our way as a country to unite and create a brighter pathway for future generations. Over the past 2 years, during a time of tremendous tumult and challenge, I've witnessed something truly remarkable. I've seen our already strong students become stronger, more resilient. You have risen to this moment. Given the opportunity, every person has something big to contribute. By pivoting and pushing forward, you have achieved your goal, and in doing so have changed the lives of your families and communities. At WGU, we have a commitment to serving and uplifting our communities. I challenge you today to make that same commitment. The world needs you more than ever. You've proven you can do hard things at just the right time, because there are few hard things out there that need doing. I'm reminded of a quote from Edward Everett Hale, a 19th century social reformer. He said, "I'm only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do the something that I can do." As we close today, I hope you'll take a moment to reflect on the pride you felt during this ceremony. Thank you for letting us be a part of your educational journey and celebrate with you. As you celebrate, please share your excitement on social media using the hashtag WGUGrad. And if you haven't already done so, you can take out that mobile phone and take a selfie, which I'd like to do with John right now. So John, if you join me up here, okay. I'm going to get this background in our selfie. Come this way. Okay. Awesome. Beautiful. So please make sure you get that selfie, commemorize today, and please share it too using that hashtag WGUGrad. This now concludes our ceremony. Thank you all for joining us.